Hello, everyone. My name is Renetta Gunn Stevens. I am the CEO of Sophisticated Press. I'm also your host of Grammar Chill. So, I want to introduce myself before we get into our Grammar Chill. This is the last day of March. It has been such a productive and successful March, and I hope it has been the same for you. I am the author of two books. My first book is called Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom. Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom is a book for Christian entrepreneurs. Yes, I am a Christian unapologetically. And I work with Christians who are very successful in the marketplace. And we just work together and I show them how to use alternative terminology that's appropriate for the marketplace. So one disclaimer about Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom is, no, we do not want you to deny Christ or deny that you're a Christian in the marketplace. What I do want you to do, however, is not to use spiritual terminology unless it's appropriate for the conversation that is at hand. So if your boss asks you, how are you doing today? Really you responding, I'm blessed and highly favored is inappropriate in the office. I'm doing well, I'm doing fine, how are you, Bob? Is appropriate. Now, if you choose to do that, your boss or your environment may be okay with that, but what if someone in your office is not a Christian? What if your boss is not a Christian? Sometimes those terminologies can become offensive. And so as God began to push Christians into the marketplace more in ownership and leadership positions, we do have to be mindful sometimes of our terminology and not just force our religion on individuals, okay? So Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom, it is a book that just really is a glossary of alternative options that you can use in order to still conduct business in the marketplace. My second book is a novel. It is a love story from Chicago, and it's called A Dad's Redemption. Now, A Dad's Redemption is about a young man who is trying to find his way as an individual, and during his journey of finding out who he is as a man, as a young man, he has to make a lot of decisions that makes a lot of people a little upset. He finds love on his journey, and it just tells his story of being redeemed from being a people pleaser. Sometimes we are in the situation we are in life because we're living a life that somebody else wants us to live and not the life that we want to live. It can be our parents, it can be our girlfriend or our boyfriend, it can be our husband or our wife, our children. Sometimes we have our own individual goals, but because someone else in our life who is very significant want us to be a certain person or have a certain type of persona, we really haven't let the true person within out. So you can be in a relationship with someone and they've never really met the real you. You can be in a relationship with someone and you've never really met your boyfriend. You've never really met your husband because maybe every time he tried to tell you that he likes blue, you're saying, I hate blue. And so he never says he likes blue and he never buys blue. So he suppresses who he is. You see how that works? So in this Grammar Chill today, my goal is just to get you to understand that if you have wanted to ever write a book, if you have started ever writing a manuscript, or you ever thought that you could write movies, I just want to encourage you to do that. It's really easier than you think it is. But the first step to writing a book is to decide, I'm going to finally fulfill my dream of being not only an author, because we always writing, but a published author. There's a difference. For a long time, I was an author. I was a poet for many years. But it took me so long before I decided to finally publish. And then when I was ready to publish, the way my DNA is made up, I wanted to own first. So I started my own publishing company, Sophisticated Press, so I can be my own customer. And that way, when I do help other people, I will know every process that they had to go through. Because how many people know that if you are powerful, that's the only way you can empower. You cannot empower if you have no power, right? So I always want to position myself to be in a powerful position so I can empower. I love empowering people. I love motivating people. because I truly believe that there is a bestseller in every person. It's so many different types of books. So what I do not want you to do is, once you decide to write a book, I don't want you to start looking at everybody else's book and carbon copy their book. I want you to write the perfect book. And the perfect book is the type of book that you will read in one sitting. So many of us, we haven't read a full book in so long. Why? Because sometimes books are just not exciting. Sometimes books are just not interesting to us. So guess what? I challenge you to write the book that will make you sit still for 3 hours and read it from front to back. If you haven't finished a book in a year, maybe it's because you need to write the book that will make a person sit for 3 hours and read it all the way through. I encourage you to look on our website, sophisticatedpress.com, and look at the book packages and think about completing your manuscript. If you've already started your manuscript, that's less work that we have to do. I don't want you to let editing be in the way of you completing your book. That's what we got editors for. That's what we have college students for, that can edit for little of nothing to add to their portfolio. There's so many strategies that we can use to make your dream a reality. But the first thing that we have to do is get you to commit to being a published author. The world is waiting on your books. I love reading because it gives me an opportunity to be inside someone else's imagination, be inside someone else's creativity. And as a published author, it also allows me to create additional streams of income. There's no greater feeling than going to bed and waking up and seeing all these notifications that someone just purchased your book. And then when you get that email, let me tell you about the emails you're going to get. You're going to get emails and they're going to say, oh my goodness, your book was so good. It just really just blessed me. If it's a Christian book. If it's not, that's fine. If it's a novel, oh my goodness, I can't believe you let that character do this. I can't believe that. It has to be a number 2. You love it when they ask for a sequel, right? That's more money, right? And that means they're really engaged. Those are the type of emails that you get when you really just become vulnerable and follow your dreams. Some of you all are kind of in financial difficulties, and you sometimes pray or you search for a better way to meet your financial needs, and then you have this idea to write a book and you don't follow through. See, I learned a long time ago that sometimes when we ask or pray for $1 million, God give us an idea. And that idea is our $1 million. But if we don't follow through on that idea, if we don't follow through on that concept, we'll keep praying for God to give us $1 million. And He didn't gave us an idea. He didn't gave us a business model. He didn't gave us this creativity that we won't execute and that we won't master. And then we say God doesn't answer prayers. God answers prayers. We just don't execute on the ideas, or we just don't follow the directions that He gives. So I encourage you today to definitely purchase my books. Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom, A Dad's Redemption. Visit sophisticatedpress.com. I want you to go on there. I want you to submit your email so I can send you promotions. We have a mentoring program that's very exciting. Let me tell you about the mentoring program. The mentoring program is for authors and it's for entrepreneurs. We mentor motivated individuals and we help them with strategies. We help them with industry trends so that you can fulfill your goals and you can fulfill your dreams. So if you want to start a business, we can help you with that. If you want to start writing your book and become published, we can help you with that. If you have communication projects that you need, proposals, invoices, we can help you with all of your communication needs. So I do encourage you to also look into our mentoring program. And I have some exciting news for you. Next weekend, we're going to have a special guest. Pastor Olivia Hall is the author of When All Hells Break Loose. Now, I read this book personally, and this book really helped me in my journey to success. So next week, I'll be interviewing Pastor Olivia Hall, and she'll have her book When All Hells Break Loose. And so I encourage you to definitely, you can look her up on Facebook, Pastor Olivia Hall, and you can order her book. She'll be here next weekend, and she'll also give you information how to order the book. And so definitely look forward to seeing you next weekend for Grammar Chill. Also, if you know any other local authors that's in the Illinois region, have them email Sophisticated Press. April is National Poetry Month, and I would like to just get really engaged with poets as well as authors. And just so you know, A Dad's Redemption, it started off as a poetry book, but they told me that poetry books don't make a lot of money. So my author in here, she also is a poet. So this book is really two books in one. It's a novel and it's a poetry book because all of my poems are in this book. And this is a book, so you're getting 2 for 1. This book costs $20. You can order it at sophisticatedpress.com. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me and the Grammar Chill last day of March. It has been a wonderful beginning of 2018. Looking forward to more books being produced under Sophisticated Press. Also, we'll be releasing more books in the second quarter of 2018. And I hope you have a wonderful Easter holiday.